is a story, a light conversation, just a few phrases, a small observation, the sound of a name, the shape of a dream, floating away on a slow-moving stream. I didn't feel it, I didn't quite know, until I started to let the words flow. They say that the heart is a silent machine, waiting for something that's yet to be seen. But Pascal knew better. He saw through the haze that love is a fire we build with a phrase, by speaking of longing, by talking of grace. The soul starts to mirror the lines on your face. The more that I talk, the more that I feel. The fiction is turning into something real. The words weave a net, a soft silver snare, and suddenly, darling, the feeling is there. We speak into being the love that we see in every slow sentence, with every soft cheer. The narrative grows, the ink is still wet, a beautiful trap that the language has said. I told of a love, and now I am in. The air in the room is beginning to change. The familiar feelings are starting to range. I painted a picture with the whispers and sighs, and now I can't look away from your eyes. It wasn't a thunder, it wasn't a spark, just the sound of my voice in the quiet and dark. The more that I talk, the more that I feel. The fiction is turning into something real. The words weave a net, a soft silver snare, and suddenly, darling, the feeling is there. never know who's waiting round the bend, a brand new start or a long lost friend. The street is a stage in the city light, and I'm ready for the magic of the night. It's not just the silk or the scent or the rose, it's the quiet power that a woman knows. To be at your best when the world is asleep, for the secrets of fate that you're ready to keep. Maybe it's tonight, maybe it's the glass, where the one you've been waiting for will finally pass. Stay a little beautiful, stay a little bold, for the greatest story that's yet to be told. Destiny is waiting just across the floor, so I'll be the best version and a little bit more. Cocoa set it right in the amber glow. Be ready for the love you're about to know. To myself, a gift to the day, to be lovely in every single way. If fate comes knocking at 2:30, I wanna be ready with a smile that's true. Not for the vanity, not for the show, but to honor the spark and the inner glow. Well-cut dress and a heart open wide, with nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Stay a little beautiful, stay a little bold, for the greatest story that's yet to be told. Destiny is waiting just across the floor, so I'll be the best version and a little bit more. Never know, today could be the day. Looking my best for destiny. Steps taken forward, then drifting back, searching for traces on a moonlit track. Every shadow like a silent cloud in a midnight sky. The more I falter, the more I lose my way in this labyrinth where I want to stay. The more I hesitate, the more I know it's the depth of love that makes me slow. A beautiful mumble, a sweet delay, loving you more in every tangled way. The truest treasures I could ever find. The more I hesitate, the more I know it's the depth of love that makes me slow. A beautiful mumble, sweet delay, we've shared the wine. The candles have flickered out their time, but something happens in the silent space between the shadows and the light of your face. I'm turning my chair away from the door to see what we haven't noticed before. It's not just the reflection in your eyes or the way the evening slowly dies. It's the pull of a distance, the call of the blue, something beyond just just me and you. A quiet perspective, a different view, where the world starts feeling brand new. We're not just staring into each other's soul, we're facing the distance to make us whole. Walking the path where the shadows end to the same horizon, my love and my friend. A shared direction, a peaceful sea, looking at the future, looking for we. Is wider than this arena room. Let the shared vision begin to bloom. Side by side in the velvet dark, the stars are moving, and so are we. Part of a questions, no need to speak. When we found the mountain that we seek, one heart, one vision, one open road, lighter than any love we've ever strode. Facing the distance to make us whole. Walking the path where the shadows end to the same horizon, my love and my friend. Looking together as far as we can see. Straightens his tie, he clears his throat, fixing the collar of his finest coat. Trying to be a king upon a hill, when he's just a man standing very still. He wants to be more than his soul can hold. A story of silver turned to frantic gold. He'll speak of the stars as if they were his, painting a picture of a world that isn't as it is. A little too loud, a little too bright, trying to dazzle the middle of the night. before he finds the star. The more he loves, the more he tries to hide. The simple, quiet person living deep inside. He wants to be worshipped, he wants to be grand, building a castle on the shifting sand. It's a funny sight, a comedy of grace, written in the lines of his earnest face. From Ford knew the secret, the irony of pride. The louder the ego, the more it has to hide. A desperate dance in the amber light. If only he knew that the truth is enough, without the theater, without the tough. But love makes a hero out of a ghost, searching for the things that he lacks the most. So I'll let him play, I'll let him pretend, until the illusion reaches its end. The more he loves, the more he tries to hide. The simple, quiet person living deep inside. He wants to be worshipped, he wants to be grand. A funny sight in a lonely trying so hard, just for a look. The funniest thing about love. Stop searching for the perfect line, the polished words, the vintage wine. Don't worry if your tongue is tied by the rushing river deep inside. Silence isn't empty, silence isn't cold. It's the greatest story that's never been told. A trembling hand, a sudden heat, the way your heart forgets its beat. Your eyes are writing poems in the dark, without a sound, without a spark. The way you stand, the way you breathe is more than any word could ever weave. Your whole being is the scream, the cry, the honest truth. You're It says it all. Just be the fire, just be the light in the middle of this velvet night. The world will hear what you have to say in the quietest, most beautiful way. Silent confession. think you've caught the moonlight in a jar. You think you finally reached the distant star. You hold the key, you memorize the line. You think the vintage bottle makes the wine. But once the prize is settled on the shelf, it starts to lose the magic of itself. A man will hunt until the game is won, then start to miss the heat of midday sun. The moment that you're his and his alone, the thrill is gone, the bird is made of stone. He looks for shadows in the morning light, missing the mystery of the velvet night. Don't let him hold the whole of who you are. Stay like the ripple, stay like the falling star. The more he has, the less he'll wanna see. So keep a little piece of you for me. Cocoa secret whispered in the dark. To keep the longing is to keep the spark. takes the ghost of the hidden shores he wants to love the most. Never quite captured, never fully known, a queen forever on a shifting throne. Be the question that he can't explain, the sudden silver in the pouring rain. Don't let him hold the whole of who you are. Stay like the ripple, stay like the falling star. The more he has, the less he'll wanna see. So keep a little piece of you for me. They talk of time, they talk of years, of building love through smiles and tears. But in this room, beneath the blue, the clock has stopped because of you. A single spark, a sudden light that cut a hole right through the night. It wasn't a slow and steady climb. It wasn't a mountain conquered with time. Just a shift in the air, a breath held tight, a shadow yielding to the light. If the heart doesn't know in the very first beat, then the victory is never quite complete. If love doesn't strike at the very first glance, then it isn't the magic, it isn't the dance. Marlowe knew the truth in the quiet dark. The world is born from a single spark. Just one look and the soul is sold, a story that's silver, a destiny goal. Before a word was ever said, the maps were drawn inside my head. So let them wait and let them plan. I'll take the moment while I can. The lightning bolt, the sudden grace found in the silence of your face. I didn't need 1,000 days to lose myself inside your gaze. If love doesn't strike at the very first glance, then it isn't the magic, it isn't the dance. Marlowe knew the truth in the quiet dark. The world is born from a single spark. Just one look. Wore the shadows like a heavy coat, a lonely letter that I never wrote. Always whispered to the empty room, I'm not the flower that was meant to bloom. Walking the halls of never enough, thinking I was made of unlovable stuff. But the midnight mirror doesn't tell a lie. You watch the years and the dreams go by. And tonight I saw a truth much colder still, a bitter pill against the windowsill. Worse than the silence, worse than the blue, was the wall I built between me and you. Chance to lose my step in the circle of the dance. The hardest lesson, the darkest part, was the closing door inside my heart. Didn't dare to try. So here I am in the early gray, watching the curtains start to sway. It's a heavy thing, this brand new light, to realize I was the one holding the night. But in this honesty, there's a quiet grace. Looking at the lines on a stranger's face. I said I was unloved, a heart left behind, but it was my own soul acting so blind. I never reached out, I never took the chance to lose my step in the circle of the dance. the secrets that the seasons yield. 1,000 faces in a passing parade, but the colors they find are the ones that fade. They know the surface, the ripple, the shore, but they never dive deep to the ocean floor. But to stay by your side through the winter and gray, to learn every line that the years display, is to read a whole world in a single glance. A lifelong study, a sacred dance. One soul is a canyon, ancient and wide, with a million mysteries hidden inside. They say that many will teach you the art, but only one can unlock the whole heart. To know you completely, the sun and the rain, the joy of your laughter, the root of your pain. The depth of one is a mountain so high, a single star in an infinite sky. It's not in the many, it's not in the crowd, it's the whisper that speaks when the world is too loud. Tolstoy's wisdom in the candlelight. So I'll keep my eyes on the map of your skin, the only country I wanna live in. For in your one life I find every tale, the wind in the rigging, the ghost in the sail. By loving just you I have come to see the heart of all women, the soul of the tree. They say that many will teach you the art, but only one can unlock the whole heart. To know you completely, the sun and the rain, the depth of one is a mountain so high. To know you is to